And once you're done with the post processing, let's say you have released the campaign, right? What part of it is measurement? Like, how do you measure your work being successful or it being not hitting the mark? How do you measure success?
So a lot, like I'd say the way I would measure it is by actually talking to people. Like I'm a person who I would like to show people what we've worked on, and the way I do it, I'll just roam around showing it to everyone. I think you must have seen it. We work together, and like what, like let be the smallest of things. I just pop up showing it to you, like, okay, what do you think about this? That's how I actually like consider if my work is good. I'll show it to 100 people, out of which if 100 people, out of which even if 60 of them tell me that it's looking very nice, if they have like a wow factor to it, that's where I know that okay, I'm not going in the wrong direction. But I do understand that 40% of them are still telling that we can do better. So then that's where I understand one thing, that okay, people are liking it, but they're not loving it. Maybe we can add a few more things to it and make them love it. So yeah, everything we do always has a learning bit to it.
Hmm. What about numbers? Are there any, like in your team or in your organization, do you go through any metrics like, okay, fine,
So
the click through rate or impressions? Are
yeah,
there?
yeah, that happens. That's more of a like marketing sort of a situation. It's like I like to know about it, but that's not something that I would consider as, because like if you think about creativity and marketing, they go hand in hand, but they are also two different things. Because if you think about any ad that needs to go out, it can be as simple as just the product on top with the price call out, or it can also be something like very flashy, very nice, very creatively smooth, but it can also have the same price call. Both might get the same clicks, both might get the same call, same revenue or whatever, but from my perspective, I would still go with the thing that looks better. So there are a lot of metrics that measure different things, but what I measure is the wow factor. If someone
This is
actually
so
likes
eye
it,
opening. This is so eye opening.
because I honestly don't care about the numbers or the revenue. That's not my concern. That's the company's concern. It's what they are chasing. I'm chasing after good work. Like I'm chasing after something that looks good, looks beautiful. Anyone who sees it is gonna be like, okay, this is nice.
Dude. This is so different from like my life. If I had to talk to, let's say, a marketing person or an engineer, or like, because our life, like the product life, is all about numbers. Okay, fine. Even the
Yeah,
UI, UX,
it
things
is.
like that, right? It's very different.
Yeah, it
And
is.
but you guys are the ones who define the creative vision, and
Yes.
then we sort of take elements from it and we obey your creative vision
Yes.
and then work around the
Yes.
numbers
See,
side.
the thing is, what I've understood is every team and every organization needs a creative touch to it. Like they just do, for some or the other reason. Like as an example, let it be product oriented, let it be ads, let it be as an example as to having a simple uh, outdoor setup. Like you are just having like a small thing, like a stall or something. Like you, if you have to do it, what you're gonna think of is like, okay, there I have a set of 100 products. I'm gonna put up a table. I'm gonna put those 100 products there. People are gonna see and they're gonna like it. What my perspective would be that okay, we have 100 products, we have a stall, we have space. Now, how can we decorate it such a way that people from far away can see this and just come visit it? Like I don't care about people buying it or not. What I care about is more people coming there. Like till you don't get the people, then they're not gonna buy it. What a lot of people will think, अरे ये तो बेचना है, ये तो बेचना है. I'm like, अरे तुम बेचो, मुझे दिखाना है लोगों को. जब कोई बंदा, even if a person does not buy it, if they leave that place, they're gonna talk to 100 people and tell them, you saw that stall or that looks so nice. That's where I know I've reached my place. Like I've done my work good. I don't care. हाँ मतलब it's not gonna be like कि हाँ ठीक है, 1000 में से 100 चीजें बेच कर, like we sold 10 pieces. A lot of people will be happy about it. Like I'll be like, ठीक है 10, मेरे को तुम 5 भी बेच देते तो भी चल जाता, बट वो 5 देखने के लिए 50 लोग आते तो मेरे को ज्यादा अच्छा लगता.
Well, you're dropping knowledge bombs. Damn. Now, you have touched upon like pre-production, post-production. I suppose there are a lot of people who are going to come in and really want to get into the details of the execution, right? And a big part of it is software.
Yeah,
There are a huge number of softwares, so
a
many
lot of
softwares
them.
right now. What are the softwares that your team and you use on a daily basis?
Uh, to be
I
frank,
know a lot of, there might be
like
a lot,
there's
but predominantly, like the most
like the
dominant softwares.
I'd say the parents are Adobe. Like they have to be. That's one place you get everything. But other than that, what I would say, I honestly, my personal choices, me being a person who does editing, a lot of computer work, a lot of software work, I do each and everything separately on separate softwares. A lot of people try to adjust it and do it in one place because things like, okay, as an example, Adobe or like After Effects or Premiere Pro gives you most of the stuff that can be done in one place. As an example, let it be your color correction, let it be your edits, let it be just doing basic keyframing, basic 2D animation, 3D animation. It does all of it in one place. The way I think of it is I like to go with the easier flow. Like something like I'll use different softwares to do different things. If I have to just do a basic edit with just basic 2D text animations, I'll use FCP because
Hmm.
that's been like,
Final Cut Pro.
yeah, Final Cut Pro. That's been like my software since school. I've been using FCP 7, then I came to FCPX, FCP 10, all the new stuff. But similarly, when I have to do, like, I'll make only my timeline there. I won't actually go ahead with a lot of stuff over there. I'll make my timeline there because the reason I like FCP is because it's fast. Like, it's very, very fast. It renders side by side as to your editing. That's something which not too many
Oh,
softwares do. Yeah. So while you're editing, there is like a render process going around in the background. So by the time, if you're editing something that's small for like a minute or so, by the time you're done editing, your rendering is also done. Your exports happen within seconds. Like it's just quick. So that's the reason I like FCP. But when I touch upon color correction FCP, I don't see it hitting that mark. Like I can see it's not there. It's not that wow factor that I can reach. But similarly, if I have to do the same thing in DaVinci Resolve, it's going to give me that, okay, I did the same things exactly what I did in FCP in DaVinci Resolve, but it gives me a very clear and clean output. So that's what the differences are. Similarly, now if I have to do something as design, like FCP pay, I can get a lot of layers done, make the design. But what I would prefer is I would originate the design in a place like Photoshop or an Illustrator. I would originate the design there. I'll give it the proper angle and direction as to what I want it to be. Then I have just recreated an FCP or Premiere Pro or Illustrator or what do you call Resolve or anywhere, whichever software I can use. As long as I know where it has to go.